Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. And if not, then thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. On today's video, I'm going to do one that was really requested from you guys. And that was a makeup kit under $100. So if I had to start out again on makeup and I wanted a full face of makeup, what products would I choose without going over $100 budget? If you want to see my $100 makeup kit, then just keep on watching. Okay, so as always, I have a list right here and I put the prices right next to the products to add them up. I know that I have a ratchet nail, but I'm sorry, there's nothing I could have done. My nail technician couldn't take me today, so she's gonna take me tomorrow. I'm sorry. Okay, so a few of the products, I have them right here because I already own them. But other products, I don't have them in my collection, but I've either had them before or I've seen them and I would love to have them in my collection. Okay, so the number one product that I thought about was the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Hydrofuge. And this one, I thought about it because I already put it on my kit and I can't be without it on my kit. This is the one that I use for brides, for everyone before putting lashes or just for the lower lashes, because it doesn't budge. It's just perfection and it stays always on your lashes. And the shade I always use is Carbon Black. For brows, of course, I chose the NYX Micro Pencil, and that one is sort of a dupe for the Brow Wiz from Anastasia, but I don't have that brow product because I always carry one brow product at a time, maybe two, but one for me it's enough, and when I have one I can just finish that sucker up and then I go through another. So right now I purchased the ABH Brow Wiz, and the NYX I just haven't thought to purchase because, to be honest, I'm not a drugstore kind of person. That's why I asked you guys on my last video if you guys wanted me to do a drugstore week from a different perspective. Since I'm not a person that usually goes and spends her money on drugstore, then I'm picky with drugstore too. I'm in a way more picky with drugstore because I have to spend certain amount of money that I could be spending on something high-end that I really want to get. So when I get something drugstore, I have high expectations. So if you want to see that, just let me know. So yeah, the NYX Brow Pencil, I think that it's a good pick. I've had it before and it's actually almost a dupe. It's not completely a dupe because the Anastasia one, it's more waxy and I prefer that. And another product that I chose for this is the Make Me Brow by Essence. This is definitely an 8 out of 10 when the Gimme Brow is a 10 out of 10. But this is the closest thing that you can find, and you can buy like 7 of this for the price of one Gimme Brow. This shade is definitely not the one for me. This is too cool tone and too light. This is in the shade Soft Brownie Brows, and I would have to get it in a darker shade, but this is definitely something that I would keep in my kit as a brow setter or just to make my brows look fuller. I put this one in here, but the travel size from Smashbox as a primer. This is a sample size, but the deluxe size, the one that they sell, it's actually a better value than the full size, and it's the only product I think that I chose that it's high-end that I would put on a kit. Because no matter how many primers I've tried from the drugstore, they all disappointed me. So I either go for the professional, go for the Dr. Brand Pores No More, or I could go for this one. This is a Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing one. And this, I've been trying this sample and I love it. So I know that I would get that. And would be the Splurgy product from the makeup kit. That's over $100 because this one is $16, the travel size. For foundation, I was debating in between the L'Oreal True Match, which is what I'm wearing today and what I've been wearing all these days because I have it in my Project Pan, and because the reason why I want it in my Project Pan is because I want it gone, because this doesn't let me go to any other foundations, whether they're drugstore or high-end. This is True Love right here. I've been using this for about 5 to 6 years and I adore it. I've gone through a lot of them. So yeah, this is an amazing foundation. It's sort of high-end with a drugstore price. So yeah, this foundation or the Wet n Wild, for me, I would have to say this one, not because the Wet n Wild is not amazing, because it is amazing. The shade range of this one is better, and I've had this one for longer. So I've repurchased this countless times, but the Wet n Wild I have never repurchased. I have 2 shades of that, but I've never gone through one. So going through a few of these let me know that this is the one that I would choose if I had to choose one foundation for my kit. If I could only have one, it would be this one. Okay, so since I would have to contour and bronze my face and I would want to do that on a budget, I would definitely go with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette. And it's this one right here. You can see that I've hit major pan, and I also have this on my project pan. This is one that I've been trying to finish the complete thing, and it's something that I have set all over my face today and on my under eyes, and the bronzer is really nice, and they have 2 shades. I think if I would have that kit, I would go with the shade Dulce de Leche instead of the Caramel Toffee one, because that would go better with my skin tone. But this is a wonderful one to have, and it's $4.99. But the truth is that being oily, I need to set my face real good. I love baking, so I could not have a translucent powder to bake with. So the one that I chose is the Coty Airspun Loose Powder, and this one I also pick a lot of times over high-end makeup. So this is why I'm telling you that I'm picky. I love the shade Naturally Neutral. This doesn't work for everyone, but they have it in translucent. I love how this shade works with my skin and brightens up my face. When I don't set real good my under eye makeup, my mascara will transfer. It doesn't matter if it's waterproof because I'm sort of oily right here. So I would highly recommend you baking a little bit right here, even if it's a little bit dry, just because if you have that issue of your mascara running. So yeah, this is the Airspun Loose Powder, and this powder you can find it from $7.99 to $12.99 depending on where you get it, but I always get it for about $7 to $8. If I had to choose one blush, this one wouldn't be Drugstore, but it would be affordable, and I broke it because I was bringing everything to film the video and I dropped it. And this is the Infatuation Blush by Makeup Geek. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes, and I've mentioned this one before. It's sort of bronzy but nude. It's an obsession of mine. I adore it, and I choose these over and over high-end blushes. And it's one of my top blushes, and this one is not high-end. It's really good, and they sell it on a pan, or you can buy it with the little case. So yeah, I put this in a C palette, and it's a wonderful blush. Again, it's Infatuation by Makeup Geek. And these blushes are $10. Okay, the reason why I skip concealer, it's because I don't have it. But the one that I would get, it would be definitely in between the Fit Me Concealer and the NYX HD Concealer. But the NYX HD Concealer goes bad quicker, and I think it has less product. So I would go with the light color on the Fit Me Concealer. That's wonderful. I adore it. It highlights beautifully, and it's sort of similar to the NARS Radiant Creamy without being the same, but it's the closest I found to the NARS Radiant Creamy. So that would definitely be my pick, and that feels like an actual high-end concealer also. For lipsticks on a budget, I would choose 2. So I would go with the Wet n Wild lipsticks. I've had them before in my collection, and I think I depotted too, but I didn't put a sticker on them. So I can't seem to find them, not even in a pot. But there's one that's called Bare It All, and that's a nude, and it's so beautiful. I will leave everything linked below. I love that, and it's $2.49 at the Wet n Wild website. But if you buy it at the drugstore, it's about $2, and there's always coupons for $1 off. So you basically get it for $1.50. I still put it on the kit list with the $2.49 price tag. So I would get 2 lipsticks, one that's a red apple red, and then one that's nude, because you can make some looks fun with the red or just more dramatic, and the nude I would wear it every day. For highlighter, I would use this one, and this is the Wet n Wild Precious Petals. This is one of those highlighters that's just sort of a high-end formula being drugstore. You can see it right here. And it's beautiful. It's really peachy. It looks sort of like the Champagne Pop kind of shade, maybe a little bit deeper, but it's really pretty, and I know that I would use this on the eyes and on the face, and it would be enough for me. Because I have to be honest, at first I thought that money was gonna be more When I started doing the list, I thought I was going to be able to get a few things that were more expensive, but I couldn't. So if you have a little bit more or a little over 100, I would choose the Kiko Milano 208 Wed eyeshadow. It's a golden one, and that's one of the most beautiful highlighters I have, and they're $14, and they have a lot of sales also, so sometimes you can get it between $7 and $8. So if you can get that, then get that. It's way better than this one, and it will fit on your purse better also, and you can use it as an eyeshadow, and it works beautifully wet or dry. For eyeshadow palettes, I wrote down two, and they're both from Wet n Wild, so I'm gonna just show you one that I have, but this is the old packaging, and this is the Comfort Zone by Wet n Wild. But the ones that I wrote down that I would really use are the Not a Basic Peach, which is the one that has a pop of blue like the one that I'm wearing right now, and it has a lot of peach shades and brown shades. And the other one is Rose in the Air, and that one is the dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette. So if you guys love the Modern Renaissance, that would be a palette to have, and then Not a Basic Peach would be great for or more fun looks and just pops of color. So I would buy those two because they are $5 each. I put the price tag that belongs to the product, but I know that I can get everything with coupons, and you get coupons in every newspaper or magazine that they throw at your door in the US. So if you are able to get coupons, then just go and use them. They're always good to have, and you get rewards if you learn how to shop at the drugstore. And then last but not least, I would buy the Wet n Wild makeup setting spray. That one, when you compare ounces to prices with high-end setting sprays, is not that cheap. But if you would only have $100 and you couldn't afford to buy something, even when it's a better value, then buy that one because it's also $4.99, and that would set your face. So that would be mascara, brows, primer, foundation, concealer, blush, highlighter, bronzer, contour kit. So you can use a matte highlighting powder and also a bronzer just in one, two eyeshadow palettes, two lipsticks, a setting spray, and a loose powder, also translucent powder. The only thing that I didn't put in here, it's basically a gloss or a buffing powder, but I would use either the yellow powder as a buffing powder, whether I like it or not, or the Airspun powder as a buffing powder. That's it, guys, for the makeup kit on a budget, and it's a $100 budget. So if you have product that you would change from this list, let me know. The total that I got was $99.47. So that for me is a great, amazing, because I would have a full face, and I would have lipsticks to change my look, and I would have eyeshadows to change my look. If you like these types of video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit the notification bell so that you can be part of my YouTube fam. And don't forget to leave your requests from videos that you want to watch from me down below. As you can see, I always film them for you. And that's it, guys. Go and follow me on Instagram, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.